Here we have the Kukirin G2, which my friend here bought. He unboxed it around 1 hour ago, and as soon as he did, he came to us so we could help and grease the suspensions and set it up correctly for him. It has an 800 watt motor. It goes around 52 kilometers per hour. We haven't tested the top speed yet, and it looks pretty good. Let's see the suspension right now. Feels pretty nice, but it's a bit hard for me. I weigh around 70 kilograms. The interesting thing about it is it doesn't have a latch, for example, like the G2 Master does. It has this, so when you fold it, no, you have to pull the pin. So when you fold it down, you have to put the strap around the foot plate, and then you can lift it. The scooter weighs 26 kilograms. The G2 has, weirdly enough, really big brake discs. They're 160 millimeters. Instead, for example, my G2 Master has 140 millimeter discs. And also, the G2 has the exact same size tires, 10 by 2.75-6.5, so 10 inches by 2.75, and the rim is 6.5 inches. But because the rims are a bit slimmer, the tire balloons out a bit more than on, for example, the G2 Master. Sadly, every Kukirin and every other Chinese e-scooter that you buy, before you ride it, we recommend disassembling the suspension entirely, taking the axles out and greasing them. We already did this on my G2 Master. I rode it 40 kilometers, and from the 40 kilometers without grease, because it comes with absolutely zero, the axles already got damaged. On the front there is a big axle with two self-locking nuts, which are size 18 on both sides, and on this side there is also a spring washer.
We take out, and no grease, absolutely zero grease on it.
When tightening it, don't over tighten, but also don't leave it very loose. The proper way to do it is they should have given a torque spec in the instruction manual, and it should be torqued down with a torque wrench. But sadly there is no spec, so we just have to guess and estimate. Now let's do the suspension. On the suspensions are size 5 Allen key screws, so hexagonal screws, and they were over tightened so much that we had to use this metal rod to put on the end of our hexagonal key because we could not get it to get loose. Or maybe it was Loctited in. We don't know yet. Let's see. Okay, so now we took out one of the screws, and it is in fact Loctited. So now we took out the axle that holds the suspension. Surprisingly, the suspension moves really easily, and the screw is Loctited in here. This one is the axle. It has a pin, so you can't rotate it in place. And this also has absolutely zero grease on it, as you can see here. And we're going to replace this screw, and we're going to be using a spring washer because we don't like Loctite. On the suspensions, or size 5 Allen key screws, so hexagonal screws, and they were over tightened so much that we had to use this metal rod to put on the end of our hexagonal key because we could not get it to get loose. Or maybe it was Loctited in, we don't know yet, let's see. Okay, so now we took out one of the screws and it is in fact Loctited. We have to take it out anyways because you can't adjust these springs, and of course, as Kukirin does, they did not give a specific key to adjust it, just like with the G2 Master. Here is how the spring looks when it's taken out. There is no pin in the suspension adjustment, which is good. And now we're going to adjust the suspension. We're going to loosen it because the rider, so my friend, is 60 kilograms, and the spring is good for a 100-kilogram man, for example, my dad. It also has no grease on the top. To adjust it, we're going to use a rag and some pliers. We're using a rag to not damage the adjustment. When you loosen the spring, only loosen it to when it's not clicking. As you can see, the adjustment for some reason is bigger than the range the spring can be adjusted to. Always tighten this. If you're loosening it, tighten it just as much so the spring doesn't rattle. The G2 Master has a suspension where there is a tiny pin in one of these dents which you screw in to stop it from moving. On the 2025 G2 there's a little tiny spring washer which stops it from moving. Instead of Loctite, we're putting these two spring washers on the screws so it stays fixed and also doesn't come out. Now we grease the front suspension, and it's even visible on video. It moves a lot easier and a lot more. What do you think?
It's good, it's more.
It's night and day difference?
Yes.
Now let's do the rear. Weirdly enough, on the rear side it uses a size 17 nut, and on the other side it's a hexagonal screw. The rear was tightened so much we don't even know why. It's just over tightened, plain and simple. The rear axle is made out of this black painted, we don't know what material. It's probably the same as the screws on the G2 Master, so we assume that it's really bad quality. So we're going to change it out soon for a better one. And on the rear too, as expected from Kukirin, there is absolutely no grease. Now we're outside. The suspension works really great. Some features that we like is the half twist throttle, and the screen is really interesting too. And as you can see, it's touchscreen. It doesn't have PO settings, but you can adjust everything from the menu right here. So kilometers per hour or miles per hour, zero start or non-zero start, cruise control, and of course the modes. Or you can also switch the modes by double clicking the power button. It has Eco, Sport, and Race. Go for a ride quickly.
I have 100 kilograms and the suspension is very soft. It's much better on bad roads than the G2 Master, I think. Like here.
Here's my friend going with the G2 Master. There are some really good scooters. For the price, we think it's perfectly good. It doesn't have a ton of acceleration, but even with my dad in this parking lot, it can catch around 50 kilometers per hour, and it's not even fully charged. If it's fully charged, it can probably top out its motor, so it can go at 52, but even 40 with Kukirin scooters, which have the C-type suspension, is starting to get unstable. Here are the lights. We will do another test in nighttime to see how far it shines and where it shines. The signal lights, and also from the rear. Sadly, on the rear the signaling lights are also red, so they may be a bit hard to see.
Tires are very good even in the rain. The brakes are excellent. It's enough power. I don't need hydraulic brakes because it's easily to do a stopping.
It's already really easy to lock up the wheels because it has 160mm disc brakes.
It's a rear wheel drive and very easy. You can do wheelies. I really like this throttle.
The half twist throttle.
Much better than the thumb throttle. It's like a motorcycle. I can't
You can't adjust the brakes or the display, sadly, because the cables are very short.
And the display is fixed. You can't adjust. I don't know if the light beam it's not good, how I can't fix. I don't know.
You can rotate the handlebars though, but you have to take off the display, and we don't know how to do that yet.
It's our friends